And we are back. The U.S. Army launched All You, a video series with health and wellness techniques from Army experts in response to declining physical and mental health across American youth. And joining me now is neuroscience sleep expert, Major Allison Brager. And thank you so much for joining us, Major Brager.
Of course, absolutely.
So we've got the All You video series, and for somebody who doesn't know about it, I gave a little bit of an intro, but give us a little bit more of an in-depth analysis here.
Yeah, so the All You video series on YouTube, Go Army channel, it's meant to help people, not just soldiers, but society prepare mentally and physically each and every day. So there's lots of helpful tips and techniques for physical fitness challenges that you can do in your home or in your office that don't require any equipment. There's tips and techniques for getting a good night of sleep. And what it looks like to set up a good sleep hygiene routine. There's tips and techniques for managing stress and interpersonal reactions with others during the day, to include things such as breath work and meditation practices. There's also tips and techniques for how to stay properly hydrated, how to fuel yourself with nutrient dense food. So it's really a holistic and comprehensive approach to making sure that, everyone can be all they can be throughout the day.
So you have the Health and Fitness H2F program, and so as you have this program, it's rolled out. Soldiers across the country and across the world have the opportunity of taking part. How does this play an advantage, particularly when it comes to soldier readiness?
Yeah, so I should say H2F, it stands for Holistic Health and Fitness. We know that if you are physically resilient, if you are mentally resilient, which honestly begins with a good night of sleep, then you're going to be ready to perform anywhere and anytime at any day. That's really what it's centered on is, within the Army, we're asked to deploy and win our nation's wars. And you can't do that if you're not resilient and if you're not ready. And that begins at home, it begins in the barracks. It begins by taking care of yourself, spiritually, physically, and mentally, so that you can continue to do the job you can every single day.
So in the video, you'll be able to get some advice, some tips. I'm going to ask you to give me a little bit of an inside scoop and tell me what some of the insider things that we might be able to know in terms of tips to be better and do better.
Yeah, so I'll focus on sleep, right? If you're not sleeping, you're not going to perform well, period. You can kid yourself and think you're going to perform, but you're not. And that really begins with getting a good night of sleep. It's not just about sleep amount, it's about sleep quality. So removing yourself from stress throughout the day. So there's a series of tips there about what you can do to avoid getting stressed at night, putting away your work, not doom scrolling on social media, staying away from blue light. You want to do that first and foremost. You want to find something relaxing. That's where the breath work and the meditation tips come in. You also want to make sure you go to bed hydrated, that you're not eating too close to bedtime. So there's lots of ways and to do that through this All You YouTube series.
When we look at the Army and recruitment, sometimes we do find that those numbers aren't exactly where they should be. And a lot of that sometimes has to do with the health component. And give us that from your perspective. Do you think with videos out there such as this and the tips that are being shared that we could see possibly an increase in recruitment?
So these, right? You think about this generation; they're all on YouTube. They're all using social media. That's what this YouTube series is centered on. Also showing that the Army, we're a professional organization. We treat our soldiers just like we treat professional athletes. We care about their sleep. We care about their nutrition. We care about their mental game. I think all those factors, making someone feel welcome and like they belong as part of the team, as a part of the Army family. I think those are all the best ways to recruit America's youth.
Yeah. I want to point at this statistic here. I see that there's been a significant reduction in musculoskeletal injuries, behavioral health, and also substance abuse amongst soldiers. And so when we look at H2F. How do you feel that that's playing, or does that play any part in what we're being able to see with the reduction in these numbers?
Yeah, I mean, I can personally tell you it is contributing to a reduction in this. One is because we're finally learning how to train people. It's not just about, miles on pavement. It's about doing strength and conditioning training, making sure that our tendons and our muscles can withstand the forces that we're asked to do with our job. It's also about, getting sleep. At the end of the day, there's nothing better than sleep for physical performance and recovery. And then it's also about fueling ourselves. We now know that the quality of food you get and put into your body does matter. And so if you're fueling yourself with nutrient dense food that's able to sustain not just physical performance, but cognitive performance, you're going to be better off. And I think all of those things are contributing to everything we have seen reductions in with injuries and, in particular, behavioral health.
And there is talk of expansion by 2027. There's some goals and objectives that you'd like to reach. Why don't you share with us where we're looking to be in by 2027?
Yeah, so the holistic health and fitness program this it started a few years back, and we continue to grow. We continue to bring in the best from industry. So coaches who've worked with high-level collegiate teams, professional teams, dietitians, sports psychologists, athletic trainers. We're bringing them into our organization and having them be a part of the Army family, give back to the country through their expertise. And that's really what the program's designed to keep building and growing in 2027 and beyond.
2027 and beyond as we look ahead. And talk about looking ahead, you've got a Future Soldier program, and have they seen the benefit of the program that you're talking about, H2F, in regards to, advancement and having success? Talk to us about that Future Soldier program prep course and the success there.
Yeah, so I think this generation, and they're especially doing this during the Future Soldier Prep program. This generation's different. They understand that mental health, sleep does matter, and if you're focusing on that, you're going to perform well the next day, not just physically but mentally. And so, the more we can create these good lifestyle habits early on in their training as they're doing this Future Soldier program, the better off they're going to be throughout their careers. And then they're also going to be the same people with other future generations of soldiers. They're going to instill these good habits in future generations. So I think, only going to see increased numbers of promotion around holistic health and fitness and wellness and performance.
Well, I want to thank you for the great work that you're doing and putting this effort out there. And I think a whole lot of people will have an opportunity to watch, see, get some real insight, sleep better, live better, perform better. That's the goal. So thank you for joining us.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Thank you for your time.
All righty. And guess what? Now, if you want more information on H2F, if you want more information at all, don't hesitate to visit the website at goarmy.com.